we need a mat. Oh, okay.
Y'all, you're fine, you're all fine. Come on in here, please. And just come to the front of your mat. Yeah, now make sure that everybody actually needs a strap. Lucy, you need a strap. Linda needs a strap.
Do we need a mat, like a mat for the chair, or can we use a blanket?
I don't think we need a mat.
Okay. Okay.
I think she put it there just so that maybe she doesn't slip off the chair.
Ah, okay. I got my own strap.
Okay, everybody.
No, I have it, it's in bad shape, that's why.
Who does not have a strap? Lucy, do you have? There you go.
Thank you.
So we just need this strap just in case. So we're all going to come to the front of the mat. And as we said, this is a little bit of a unique
Go the
class.
circles.
Sure, go ahead. Thank you so much. This is a little bit of a unique class today because I had heard that somebody was coming and could not get up and down from the floor. So that's a common problem. Once you get down, you can't get up again. And we don't want to make the assumption like it's easy to reach our arms overhead. There are things that we start to experience in terms of limitations, right? So that's what we're going to work from today, okay? So if you could bring your feet together and it was easy to balance, do so. Otherwise, take a block in between your feet and squeeze that block like that. So your choice. Feel free to try both. In fact, I'm going to suggest that everybody grab their happy block and just take it to the insides of their feet. Good. So we're exploring Tadasana today. See if you can just lift your toes up. Lift the toes up. Good. And because we are so hunched over, just take your hands behind your back and bring your thumbs together like so. And squeeze your inner shoulder blades together. Try to take your outer biceps back, lifting your toes. Start to lift your kneecaps. So pull up through the right kneecap and see how this helps to take that right thigh back. Take that right thigh back as far as you can, starting to bring the weight into the back outer heel. And let's lift the kneecap of the left leg. So lift up, pull that kneecap up. And you start to feel the upper thigh engage. And that thigh bone starts to draw back. Draw both of your thigh bones as far back as you can, as though you were sticking your buttocks out. So we want to start to align those hips on top of the ankles. A lot of us have our pelvis forward from our hips and shoulders. This is my stance. So take those thighs back. Stick your buttocks out. Feel your inner thighs drawing back. Feel your outer thighs drawing back. So we want to start to feel a sense of drawing those outer thighs around the head of the femur bone, rotating around the head of the femur bones. So those legs are starting to become pillars of strength, right? Working those thighs. So if you were really working those thighs, you wouldn't be tilting. There's no tilting from side to side. You're adhering the muscles as tight to the bone as you can without taking your pelvis and hips forward. Reach the right arm up. So press down through that right heel, press down through the left heel, and look up. Don't take your hips forward. So press and reach. Press and reach.
Are both up still?
Press and reach your heels and feet down, lifting your kneecaps, lifting your toes, reaching that right arm up. So press that outer right heel down, feel your outer buttocks, cheeks drawing in. And now look up, don't take your hips or thighs forward, lifting your kneecaps and upper thighs, thighs back, outer buttocks, cheeks in. Good. Let's bend that right elbow, relax your right shoulder down into the socket. Let's take the left hand to the right elbow resist taking your hips forward. That's it, Lucy, good girl. So right elbow back and down, hips back, thighs back. Good job, everybody. Start to allow the breath to participate in the effort now. So feel your inhale, lift that armpit chest. On your exhale, press through your heels, lift up through the collarbone area. Let's take the left hand down and under and start to walk that left hand up to meet the right. So resist allowing that left shoulder to tilt in. See if you can lift up through the crease of that left armpit. Try to use your feet to lift even further up through the exhale. Thighs and pelvis back. Aligning those hips on the ankles, shoulders on top of the hips. Breathe deeply. See if you can inch that left hand a little further up. You don't need to grab the hands. If you can, Bandha. Otherwise, just have the back of that left palm pressing actively into the back. Reaching that right elbow up. Dropping the shoulder down. Breathe deeply. So press through your feet, lifting those toes. Now in these last moments of this side, drop the toes down, lengthening your toes. Inner ankles together, press down through the outer heels. Good job. Release your hands. Turn your palms in and out. Try to rotate the arms from the sockets of the shoulders, not just your wrists and elbows. Thighs back, lift your kneecaps. Press through those outer heels as you draw your inner ankles together. Lift your toes. Shoulders back, outer biceps back. Let's reach the left arm up. Reach that left arm up. Press through your feet. Press through that left foot. Lift that left kneecap. Lift that upper thigh. Resist taking the hips forward. So you can take your hips and buttocks back slightly. Reach up. Press through your feet. Allow the breath to lift the armpit chest. We feel the crease of the inner armpit lift on the inhale. And we go even further up on the exhale. So pressing through your feet. Lifting through the collarbone area. Let's look up. Stretch even further. Press your feet. So if you can feel your inner shoulder blades in the back of the body drawing in towards each other. Bend your left elbow, right hand to the left elbow. Draw that left arm back and down as you release the shoulder down into the socket. Take your hips forward, thighs back. Good job, everybody. Breathe deeply, press your feet down. Feet down. Use the breath to create that length by adhering all the muscles tied to the bone. And feel the breath create that space as you take your right hand behind. So try to lift through the crease of that right armpit chest. Inching that right hand up. Up the back body. And keep the back of the right palm flat. Now use your legs, thighs back. So the lower ribs are dropping down, the back ribs are drawing back and up. And it's a slow drip, this transformation as we create space, lengthening the spine. Nicely done, everybody. Breathe deeply. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Very nice. y'all can feel the work here, the pelvis and lower back a little bit? Okay. So let's take our happy chair for a happy fold. So we're going to bring the handle of the chair to the chair so that the bottom of the chair stays up. Into the crease here. And now take a look. My feet are way back. So walk your feet as far away from you as you can. So there's a couple of feet for me. So Lucy, turn your chair so that the bottom is facing up. That'll go. And then bring the crease into the hip. Good. Now lean against the wall. That's it. Maybe slide your long legs a little further away from the wall, Linda. And then just start to walk your hands down the chair. So I'm pressing down into the chair and actively pulling that chair up, shoulders down, away from the ears. Maybe you can even get the creases of your inner elbows rolling up a little. Walk your hands a little further down. And you can release your head down. Lift up through your kneecaps. If you can lift up through your toes again. So lift up through the toes. Start to feel how this helps to engage the legs. Feel how the kneecaps are lifting. And we're gently pulling up through the chair, right in the crease of the hip. And we're lifting the belly. Arm and chest further forward. See if you can maybe walk your hands a little further down the chair. Maybe inch your sit bones just ever so slightly up the wall. Just do what you can. Breathe deeply. And once again, without releasing those kneecaps, keep those kneecaps lifted. You can lengthen your toes towards the floor. Shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe deeply, everybody. Full body breaths. So if this were more of a restorative class, we could take a foam block, not a cork block, and just place it so that the forehead is nicely supported. But given today, these are too heavy and I don't want anything falling on your feet. Good job. Feel the breath, lifting the belly, reaching your chest further and further forward. Allowing the exhale to create that movement in space as you lift even further. Feel the collarbone area getting wide as the shoulders drop away from the ears. Everybody take a few breaths, deep breaths now. Let your breath start to create some movement for you inside the body. And then start to take your hands and walk them back up the chair. Good. How's everybody doing? Silence. I love it. Okay. Just take your chair off to the side. And let's take our happy burps. So, just fold over. That one's got a, yeah, just undo your sweetheart right there. That's the one I want you to take. There you go. Good. And just take your ropes and start to walk your feet further forward. Walk your feet further forward, Linda. That's it. So press from your heels, lift your kneecaps, feel the armpits. Need a little action, right?
Everybody starts doing well.
And let's start to take the feet slightly back. Lift through the armpit chest. Try to take your pelvis a little bit further forward. Cross from your heels, lift your armpit chest. Pull up through your elbows.
Bordering dangerous, but I do it.
Living dangerously. Breathe, everybody. Feel the collarbone area get wider on the exhale. Feel the crease of the armpit chest lifting on the inhale. So you can do this anywhere. You can grab the handle of an elevator, you know, the bars of an elevator. They're a great place to take this stretch. Okay, release your left hand, and let's walk the right hand forward. Coming to a 90-degree angle here. Release that right shoulder down. And let's turn forward. So feel the heels get heavy to the earth. Feel those legs engage as you lift your kneecaps. Lift through the armpit chest. And on the exhale, lift further through the collarbone. Release that right shoulder down. Maybe turn a little further forward. Or not. Let the breath create that movement for you. You are just focusing on the breath, letting the mind be still, without thought, feeling how the breath is moving, feeling where the breath is not moving. See if you can breathe into that area of darkness and then participate in the effort by releasing, actively letting go of that area of binding in that area where there is no light. Release that shoulder and then let it stay lifting through the crease of the armpit chest. So microscopic movements of change. Let's change sides, everybody. All right, so walk out to that 90-degree angle. Let the left shoulder drop down. Arms straight. Still start to feel that left side of the body as you release that left shoulder down. Turn forward. Looking ridiculously happy. Wow, it's an enlightened room today, I'll tell you. So feel this armpit chest lift and try to let the shoulder release. Actively releasing that binding. Letting the breath bring forward that transformation. I love it. There's no doership. The effort is allowing the mind to stay vague while you focus on the breath. Noticing those areas where the breath is resistant. And then use that inhale to create that lift, that move in the upper chest. Letting the shoulder drop. Allowing just enough time, just a few moments of stillness for the body to start to recover. All right. Let's slowly release. Good job, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, okay. What do you think? What should we do next? So there is a favorite pose of Saligas. We used to do it from the floor, like so. So I'll demonstrate the old way before we use the chair, or chairs. So we start out in one leg in Virasana.
favorite.
Yes, your favorite pose. And I was thinking, how do we do this and not come to the floor? It's extraordinarily important, this pose. So this would be the pose from here, bringing the elbows and lifting through the armpit chest. The bolster is here if you were not able to lift your leg. And then the focus would be to start to pull up through the kneecap and upper thigh. Allowing that right sits bone to drop back in the early measures. And this is where we're working from. Today, we're going to work with the chairs. So that's why I have this second mat here, because I'd like y'all to take your chair, sit in it. But that's, if you have a mat, place the mat so it might give you a little more resistance. Like so. Now, we would start on the left leg, so the left knee is bent. And take the right foot long like so. So let's scooch a little further forward here because we want to feel the length of the spine, the extension in the spinal column, which is officially a back bend. So Lucy, take your strap in two hands, let it girl. It's not an easy pose, down or up, right? So if you could not lift your leg like so, you would just take your leg on a second chair or something. The focus here, everybody, is to lift that kneecap. So Allie, try and get that leg straight. So lengthen the strap. That a girl. See how you want it? Yes, lengthen the strap some more.
Do we sit fully in chair or covered?
Lift the chest, pardon me.
Do we sit fully in chair or covered?
You are lifting your spine. That's the important part. So if that requires that you sit forward, for most people it would, because sitting back would make it a little bit difficult. However, you could lean back if you absolutely had to, but we're resisting doing that because we're starting to focus on this crease here and bringing the belly and the thigh closer together. So we're lifting.
This is more difficult than from floor.
Well, maybe it's because you haven't done it in a while also, maybe. So lift that kneecap, see if you can spread your toes, squeeze your inner shoulder blades together in the back body. Imagine taking your right sits bone towards your left knee. Very nicely done, everybody. Lift your belly. Now take your left sits bone to your right knee. Now lift through the perineum. Try to release that binding wherever it is. Inhale, lift through the crease of the armpit chest. Y'all are doing really well. I am so impressed. So just a few more moments here because I can start to see the transformation on your faces. So something is happening. Lift that kneecap. Take the strap in both hands to the right. Reach the left arm up. Just lift that left arm up. Lift that left arm up. That's it. Take the left hand to the right foot. So left arm long, reach the right arm up. Very nicely done, everybody. Just want to thank you all for thinking outside the box this morning. Lift your chest, lift your kneecap so the leg is straight. Make that right leg longer and longer. Lifting that right hand higher and higher. Start to turn slowly to the right. Continue to lift your right arm higher and higher. Slowly to the right. Take your right arm back. Lift your chest. Very nice, everybody. Let's take the right hand forward. What do y'all say? Hallelujah, there's only two sides, right? Let's bend the right leg. Oh. Very starting to feel the real work here. Ooh, nicely done. Good. See, so Vega is a little miracle student for me because we usually would do this from the floor, and this is just as effective sitting in a chair. You know, sit in a chair a lot, so you can do this anytime you like. Let's take the left foot into the strap. Now bend your elbows. See how I'm gripping the straps ever so lightly?
Oh, well, then what's the point?
So eventually the point is, good question, is that we don't need the strap, right? And that we start to walk that forehead without collapsing in the spine. So the elbows come to the torso, the armpit chest, that left knee and upper thigh lifting, reaching through that left heel, make that left leg long. Very nicely done. Lift the belly, lift the armpit chest. So resist leaning back if you can, because the belly is coming forward. Lift and lengthen, lift and lengthen. So it takes a little bit to sort of arrive, but y'all know the moment you have. See if you can take that left sits bone towards the right knee. Lift up. Now take your right sits bone to your left knee. So feel that right sit bone participating. Right sits bone to the left knee. Good. Now lift through that perineum. Lift even taller from your pelvic floor area. See if you can release somewhere. Looking ridiculously happy. So I feel that this is a great pose that will help you if you have pain in your hips. Now, it requires lingering longer and longer in the pose, but this is our first time out of the gate. So good job, everybody. Take both ends of the strap in the left hand, reach the right arm up. Lift and lengthen. So that right sits bone draws to the left knee. Lengthen that left leg, make that left leg longer and longer. Very nicely done. Let's reach the right hand to the left leg. Left arm up. Left sits bone. Feel that left sits bone draw to the right knee. Lift and lengthen. So ever so slightly, lift taller and turn slightly to the left. So drop your shoulders, but lift your armpit chest as you slowly start to turn that left arm. Maintaining that spinal extension as we twist to the left. Breathe deeply, everybody. Full body breaths. Lift, lift, lift. Take the left hand back to meet the right. Release the left leg down. Nicely done. Take your strap to the side. Slide back as far as you can in the chair. Take your heels to the insides of the legs. And that's, so you can see that the entire thigh is supported. You want to take your legs as far back as you can and forward fold. So eventually we're walking those hands towards the bar of the back. But just allow your body a little bit of time here. Let the breath start to ease you into the pose so the body has time to be familiar, to start to become accustomed to this new position. This is a forward fold for the spine. The spine is now in flexion. And we're reaching those hands now as far back as we can. See if you can grab your hands to the back of the bar. Breathe, everybody, full body breaths. If you can breathe. Lift your belly, lift the armpit chest. Everybody looking ridiculously happy here. Very nice. Let's slowly start to come up here. Nice and easy. So the minute I say chair yoga, you make the assumption that this is going to be an easy experience, and you can see it's not any easier than a typical day at the yoga lounge. So let's swing around here. We're going to take a twist, so just swing around to the right side of your chair. Again, sitting back in the chair. Let's take the hands to the outsides of the arms of the chair, elbows wide. And as you inhale, again, focus on lifting up through the spine. So taking that spine into extension, feeling the crease of the armpit chest starting to lift. This is an axle twist for the spine, so we are not going to the left or to the right laterally, or front or back. We are right on our hips, twisting to the right. Gently pulling those elbows out. Pulling slightly with the left, pressing slightly with the right. Breathe, everybody, full body breath. So twists can immediately bring emotion to the surface, so just be aware. It's a detox not only for the spine, it also releases tension. Not just from the body. Allowing the breath to create that transformation from the inside out. Good job, everybody. And now, let's take that left hand and just lift that left arm as high as you can. Take that left arm over to the right thigh. And just bring your palms together. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe deeply, everybody. Allow the armpit chest to lift up. Lift your belly. You can also release the left arm down and use the arm of the chair to create that deeper twist. Very nice. Let's slowly release. Coming back up. So just a 180-degree hip hop move. Let's swing the legs around. Sliding back in the chair. Let's take the hands to the elbows. So lift and lengthen. Lift up into that spinal extension. Elbows out. Allow the breath to start to bring the pose to life. Breathe to create that transformation from the inside out. The mind is still. And in that moment of stillness, there is new creativity coming to life. This is where those creative juices start to flow, is in those moments of stillness. And that artistic side of us is very fulfilling. It's our form of expression. It can come in any form, that form of expression, that artistic form. Lift up, and ever so slightly, twist slightly further to the left. Gently pushing with the left, pulling with the right, elbows out. Let's come into the deeper twist by bringing that outer right elbow to the outer left thigh, palms together. Just do what you can. So we press the palms together. And if you'd like to release the right hand down and use that left arm to create that deeper twist, feel free. Very nice, everybody. Let's slowly release. Swinging the legs around. So can everybody feel the memory of the twist in one side of your spine? Can you feel it? Can you feel how you're slightly twisting to the left? So that's why after a deep twist like this, we need to lengthen the spine to remove the memory of the twist. We can go back into the forward fold again, but I think we're going to do something different. So come on up, let's move the chairs off to the side. Everybody's got a sling here, a happy sling. So there's one for Sylvega, and you've got one, here's one for you. Everybody's got a sling. And you're taking the blanket over like so. So ideally you should have a nice blanket, but we're not going to be here for so long. Okay. Now eventually, oops. There we go. So step in behind, please. Thank you. There we go. So there's your sling. Thank you.
So I go there?
Yes, you go there. It's set up for you. And because for some people that are so restricted that they can't lift their legs up to get their legs in that more complicated downward dog, this is what we're doing. We're just allowing the pelvis to lift up, nothing too significant. And we're coming forward and just reaching the arms forward.
I think I have to be taller for this. Is that possible?
My love, you want to go over to this sling? Come on over here then. This might be taller. It's really not really.
Oh, well.
Is that what
I
I
can't.
Okay, so I just want you to lean forward. There we go. Drop forward. Then take your heels to the wall. Take your heels a little bit higher. Your feet a little bit further apart. That girl. And reach your arms further forward. So if it was taller, I don't know if that would help. Drop your head. Take your hands to the blocks even. Feel free if you want to use your blocks. This is just,
There's no way. Can you give me those?
I just really want you to hang, Sylvia.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Oh.
Just hang.
Oh, okay.
Try to get your legs and kneecaps straight. That's it. Bring your heels a little bit further to the wall. And lean some more. try to lift your kneecaps up. That's it. So we're just removing the memory of the twist from the spine. Lifting up through your kneecaps. So if you didn't have a sling at home, you could just as easily take a 90-degree downward dog. Good job, everybody. So let's start to make our way out of the sling. And let's take the block to the center of the station. Good. Take your foot to the block, ball of the foot against the wall, let's step the left leg back. And let's focus on the left leg to start. Lift that left kneecap up. You can see my feet are right along the axis. So we don't want the feet crossing the axis, but we want to have those feet close enough together so that we can start to feel a sense of the inner thighs coming in towards each other and drawing straight back. Lifting through the left kneecap, press that outer left heel down. Lift up through the left kneecap, press that outer left heel down. Now lift up through the right kneecap. So look at the ball of the right foot. See if you can gently press through the ball of the big toe knuckle. So don't have your toes turning out to one side. Have the toes, do your best to have the toes facing straight up. And we're gently pressing the ball of the foot to the wall. We're gently pressing the right heel into the block, lifting through the right kneecap, lifting through that upper right thigh. Let's start to feel the sense of rotating around the head of that right femur bone as we draw that outer right buttocks cheek in. So feel that action of rotating around that right femur bone, and now actively take that right sits bone to the left knee. Outer buttocks, cheeks in, please. Both outer buttocks, cheeks in. Let's start to walk the hands up towards the wall, lifting through the chest. Press through that right heel. Lift your kneecaps, outer buttocks, cheeks in. Very nice, everybody. Slide your hands down the wall. Take your right arm straight back. Looking over the right shoulder. Lift your kneecaps, outer buttocks, cheeks in. Lift your upper thighs, press through your heels. Armpit chest, lift up. Try to lift even further through the collarbone area. So to do that, we have to press gently through the feet, feel the outer buttocks, cheeks draw in to create that final lift and length. Good job, everybody. Take your right hand and your gaze back to meet the left. Step your right foot back, and let's come this time into a 90-degree downward dog. Take your feet hip width apart. And now try to do your best to roll the creases of your inner elbows up to open those shoulders. And then press through your inner palms. Draw your lower ribs towards your hips and stick your buttocks out, lifting through your kneecaps. So we're pulling back through the hips. And we're drawing the lower ribs to those hips. So even though we're sticking the buttocks out, we're also drawing the outer buttocks cheeks in as we draw the sits bones down to the heels. Breathe, everybody, full body breaths. So those shoulders are dropping as far away from the ears as you can get them. The lower ribs are lengthening towards the hips. Good. Slowly walk your hands up the wall. How y'all doing? Let's go to the second side. Let's take the left leg onto the block. Step your right foot back. Take a look at that axis. So that innermost heel is along that axis. So the inner thighs can draw back. Press down for that outer right heel. Lift that right kneecap. Lift that upper thigh. That outer right buttocks cheek is drawing in. And now let's press through the balls of the left foot. Press through that big left toe knuckle. Feel that quadricep muscle engage. And as you press through the left heel, draw that outer left buttocks cheek in. So rotate around the head of that femur bone. That's a more refined movement, that action of rotating around the head of the femur bone. But if that's elusive, starting just by drawing the outer buttocks cheeks in, like a hammer, can take you a long way. Lift through your kneecaps. So the inner thighs are drawing back. The outer buttocks cheeks are drawing around the heads. Let's walk the hands up the wall. That's it. Breathe deeply, everybody. Press through your heels, lift the chest, lift the belly. Slide those hands down the wall, left arm back. So again, work as hard as you can to rotate, rotate, rotate. It's a much more refined movement, I feel. Just participate in the effort. Use the mind. Right there. Use the breath. Everybody within is working as one, that union of the whole body working together. The spirit, the soul. Good job, everybody. Left arm back to take the right. Step the left foot back. One more time. Let's take that 90-degree downward dog. Feet wide, turn your toes slightly in. Roll the creases of your inner elbows up, up, up. See if you can bring your feet together and just lift your right leg straight back. Let's do your best. See if you can draw that outer left buttocks cheek in. Push through that right heel. Let's take the right foot down and let's lift the left leg. Reach that left leg back. Outer right buttocks cheek draws in. Reach and make that left leg longer and longer without letting the head of that right femur bone stick out. Just a few more breaths here. Take that left leg and make it long. All right, let's slowly release the left leg, walking your hands up the wall. Good job, everybody. What are you doing?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Okay. So maybe we need a little stretch again with the arms. I see the upper body is needing a little stretch. So let's take the strap in one arm, and 2 arms, sorry, and see how I've got my wrists about an inch on either side of the knot. Let's walk the feet forward so that we're stacking everything. Now look at my hands. My fingers are poker straight. Ali, honey, you could just use that one over there if you wanted.
Which one?
One right over there. That's okay. So draw those shoulders down. See if you can tuck your pelvis in and under. Walk your feet a little bit further forward. Good. Lower ribs to the hips. Armpit chest. Lifts and lengthens. And now imagine pulling your wrists apart without moving your arms. Elbow straight. Pull those hands apart without moving the arms. Good job. And then let's slowly release. All right, let's take our happy chair. And just turn it so your handle is on the right hand side. And again, let's come and sit forward in front of our chair. So you see how the handle's on the right hand side of the chair? This will help to stop you from moving your leg. You got it. So slide back in the chair. You're going to need to slide back in the chair. And now let's take the left leg back.
I know, right, just a minute.
Let's take the left leg back. You got it. So see if you can bring the ball of the left foot to the floor and reach that left heel back. So drop that right hip down. That's it. So Lucy, honey, see if you can bring your right buttocks cheek a little more. We don't want to have it in like so. So the right thigh is parallel, dead parallel. That's it. And we're reaching that left leg back. Let's reach the left arm up. Reach that left leg back. That's it. See if you can take that right sits bone to the left knee. Let's reach the right arm up. Right sits bone to the left knee. And take the left sits bone to the right knee. Lift up through the belly. Press through that right heel so my foot doesn't come to the ground. I need something underneath it, but that's fine. I should have supported it. Good job. And then let's release. Bring that left leg around. Can you bring the left leg around? Good. So let's just reach the arms up again. Lift and lengthen. And let's come out of the chair. And we can either spin around to the other side. I'm just going to spin the chair around so y'all can see me. And let's take the left leg into the chair. So you see how far stops me from, there you go.
It's like still the same leg.
I know exactly. break like that.